Alright, let me just share the links right here. See if we can get that going. There you go. Fantastic. Alright, welcome back everybody. Welcome back to Lucid Trading. Today is going to be another beautiful day right after the FOMC meeting. If you just joined the live stream and if you are in the live chat, guys, make sure you hit that like button. That'd be very, very awesome. So smash that like button. It really does mean a lot to me. It helps a significant amount with getting the live stream out there. So smash that like button right now. I want everybody that just joined to hit the like button. Let's get it going. Welcome back to Angel, Kamal, Amadeus, Jin Lee, Just Cakes, Brian, Phil, Julie, Jill, Christian, Tom Vanono. Smash the like button. Let's go. I've got a cup of coffee right here with me. Today's going to be an interesting day. We've got several things happening. We just had the FOMC meeting. Jobless claims just came out higher than expected, which is a good thing for growth in tech stocks out there, given the fact that it's a pattern, right? So if the economy is doing a little worse than expected, generally what we see is tech and growth stocks take off. And I'm really happy about this because this is going in line with the thesis that we had that the tech and growth stocks were going to be picking up the pace for the coming months. So far, everything is according to plan. We've been gaining. I've been personally gaining tons on my growth in tech stocks out there, and I'm very, very happy. So I hope this is going to keep on going. Let's see what's happening with AMC. AMC is down 4.3%. It is leaving the trend line. Be very careful, guys. This could go down 20% in one day if it doesn't hold up this line here, this trend line. So be very careful with that. So far, the Nasdaq has gone exactly as predicted, which is just great. It is just phenomenal. We're seeing the S&P as well. It went down roughly 1.3 percentage points. And if we take a look at the pre-market right here, this is, of course, after the FOMC meeting conference from where, Jerome Powell spoke. Let's see, the S&P is down actually significantly more here, 1.8%, and it's holding up around 4,200. That seems to be acting as a support. Now, I think there's a good reason why it's not falling down significantly, and that is because Jerome Powell, the Almighty, just keeps on reiterating the same bullish narrative. We're not going to taper down, and we're going to keep rates low. And that is one of the main reasons that the stock market is holding up as strongly as it is. You might be wondering, what do you mean with it's holding up strong? Well, guess what? PE ratios are sitting sky high. For stocks to keep on rallying, we need to see more and more accommodation from the Fed. Until the economy can start going on its own, until we see unemployment get to lower levels. Of course, this is going to mean that inflation is going to keep on continuing, although Jerome Powell did say yesterday that it's going to slow down month over month over month, and eventually it's going to go back to the inflation expectation of around 2%, around end of 2022, 2023, which is phenomenal news. But then the question is going to be whether that is actually going to happen, right? So it's a projection, it's an expectation that inflation is going to flatten out. That's the real question here. I do think that Jerome Powell is going to be right here. I think we're seeing it right now already. CPI is coming down month over month. And if it continues at this pace, I mean, it's going to get really, really amazing for the growth in tech stocks out there. High-risk stocks are going to do incredibly, incredibly well. I'll tell you that. Yield is going to be getting lower and lower, and people are going to resort to riskier assets. All right, let's see what's happening here in the live chat. Guys, once again, smash that like button. Let's get to 50 likes right here, right now. I want to just see what's who just joined. Let me just give a shout out to everybody out there. We've got Irene, Luna, Jackie, Mark, William, Jay, Alex, OnePlus, Teedcom, Keith, Yopedy. Welcome back. I hope you guys had an awesome Wednesday. I think today is going to be an awesome day in the market as well. I am prepared. I'm holding Tesla stock. I'm holding C3.ai. I'm holding CCIV. Bought CCIV at $22. It's sitting at roughly 24. It's down to 23.8. MACD's about to cross. CCIV looking pretty phenomenal. Which stocks am I holding? I'm holding Palantir. I made $5,000 on shorting AMC. And I'm holding, a short on Virgin Galactic. Got a tiny short on Virgin Galactic right now. And yeah, it's been looking pretty darn. CD Projekt. I'm holding CD Projekt as well. I've been adding to CD Projekt. If we take a look at CD Projekt right here, would you look at that? It's down 15%. And I am adding as it's going down along the way. So, yeah. It went up 40%. Of course, it's going to pull back at some point. It can't just go up all the way. And it's going in line with the prediction, right? So we said that the gap was going to be filled. Look at this. This is the gap right there. Oh. This is the gap that we saw for CD Projekt. And then if we would just grab a horizontal ray, there you go. It filled the gap and it came down right after, which is just great. I think we're getting very cheap prices on CD Projekt. I think it's very promising given that the fundamentals are gradually going to be improving. The negative sentiment is going to be kind of wearing off. And that in of itself, I think, makes this stock an unbelievably great buying opportunity. You can see on the daily chart where it left us, from, right? So it came all the way down from around 450. It's now sitting at 180 and still going lower. Of course, we can see the daily potentially cross, which could mean it's going to go back to this 160 range, which in my opinion is going to be another great time to be buying. But yeah, keep in mind, there could be bearish or bullish news down the road, fundamentally speaking. You never know with CD Projekt. And for the people that don't know, CD Projekt is the company that came out with the game Cyberpunk, which flopped, and the game The Witcher. And it got a lot of slack for that. The stock price went down 60 to 70%. And I do think they're going to be making a massive comeback. I do think the reputation is still holding strong. And they're going to be improving the Cyberpunk game and probably release new games in the future. Oh, and it has a very high short interest, so might actually squeeze upwards as well. Both of those games died. No, it did not. Not at all. Let's see what's happening with C3.ai. I actually added a boatload of C3.ai around 56 and 57. Hopefully it's going to play out, but keep in mind the lockup period expiration was fairly recent, just 10 days ago, so that might actually still have an impact on the on the volatility, on the price movement. Although I like what I'm seeing on the MACD on the 4 hours, but on the daily you can clearly see. Look at this, right around. So just 2 days after the actual lockup period expiration, the MACD on the daily crossed downwards as we got to know that the CEO of C3.ai was selling shares, and that has been driving the price lower short term. Nevertheless, I do think that the sentiment around the riskier stocks is improving, so that should benefit C3.ai. And I think that the negative sentiment around the lockup period expiration is going to wear off. I'll give it like a week, maximum 2 weeks from here. Until that starts happening, and we'll see it kind of rally back up to the 65 and ever so slightly slowly rally up to the 70s. There is a significant gap which we can see right here until about 73.8. I do think it's going to be filled by the end of the month, so 2 to 3 weeks from now. Still looking quite promising. Hold on, let me just grab my coffee. Gara, have a look at SoFi. Is this the best of both worlds? A bank, a fintech, growth company? The thing is, with SoFi, there's so much excitement around SoFi right now. It makes it really hard to say that it's a good buy right now. Especially giving its market cap around close to 20 billion. Right? So if we check that out, 17.3 billion. I think it's a highly favorable company to own, but if you buy this company, you're buying it long term. You're not buying it for a swing trade. It already went up 78%. I think it's initially going to just go sideways and go downward for some time, because we've seen the merger, we've seen the big catalyst, and so I would expect it to move down slightly for a while. So we're going to see some of these dead cat bounces. This is now the trend line that we're seeing, by the way. If we would just draw the trend line here, there you go. That's kind of what we're seeing at the moment. I don't think it's going to hold up, though. I think it's going to pull back. Let me just grab the Fibonacci. We need to know where that is going to be. Okay. Fibonacci retracement. Yeah, it could initially pull back to around the 19.8. If it fails to hold that, we're looking at 18.3. And if we would draw it from the very beginning, then it still comes back to that $19.5 level. So I'm going to assume that what we might see here is SoFi potentially heading up just a little bit more. We'll see a lower high and then a pullback downwards. So what would make sense in this case? So maybe retest the 22.5 and then go down again to that $19.5. That's currently what I'm expecting. Given that we haven't seen a higher high like what we've seen here, it looks like it's descending downwards. And looking at it from a fundamental perspective, SoFi just had its merger. That's a big catalyst. Usually after a big catalyst like that, it takes a breather, and we're gonna see some more price discovery beyond that big catalyst. Good morning to everybody that just joined. Welcome back. If you just joined, do make sure you hit the like button. That'll be very much appreciated. It does help the channel a lot. So smash that like button. Let's get to 100 likes right here, right now. If you want to support the channel, that'd be really, really great. You can also support by donating, of course. I almost always forget to add the PayPal link in the live chat. I'll actually do that for a second here. There you go. I should do that prior to the live stream starting, actually, so that people know. All right. Gara, don't you think SNDL is about to boom? Depending on the short interest, right? So I think the only reason why it should boom is if there's high amounts of short interest, and on that actual short interest, it would squeeze upwards. That's the main reason why I think it could go up. If it's not that, they need to have some kind of fundamental catalyst. Something like maybe their products being approved somewhere that it's actually not somewhere where they can't actually play in. As in, if their market broadens out, that's a good thing. That would be a substantial catalyst. Nasdaq is just slightly negative after the FOMC, which we did predict. We said, hey, Nasdaq's going to be a bit negative because of the FOMC meeting, because it's kind of like, you can see it this way. People are buying prior to the FOMC meeting. They're like, hey, we already know Jerome Powell's not going to do anything negative. And then when the meeting happens, they sell and they're taking profits on that. This happens almost every single FOMC meeting. I've been seeing this so often, it's becoming very predictable. All right. I'm just going to briefly check out what's happening here in live chat. Hey, Gara, I see on CNBC today that C3.ai was number 4 in the list of insider buying of the week. A board member added 645,000 worth of the stock. I am telling you, C3.ai. This is like the boy that cried wolf, because I know I said it was bullish when it was sitting at 160, and it's now at $60, right? $57. But I am telling you, there is a very bright future for C3.ai. The CEO has lots of experience. Their balance sheet is looking good. Their product lineup is looking good. Their growth rate is consistent. I should not be talking too much about it because I know it gets annoying from time to time, but it's going to be such a great company just a couple years down the road. Given what we've seen in the past, given what the CEO has done in the past, I think it's a very promising company. I'll say it one last time. I didn't sell at 76. I could have almost broken even on that, but I'm not going to do that. I think it's going to far exceed that 76 in the coming months. All right. I'll give you an example of something that it's been a thing in the past as well. Back in my earlier days when I was trading, it's not that far ago, right? 2019. Back in the day, there was a lot of FUD around Tesla. Tesla stock was doing pretty well, but people were saying, hey, it's just a car company. Why is Tesla sitting at $50 billion with such little revenue, such little profit? And so the stock came down all the way down. It came down 50%, right? It sat at $35. This is post-split. Nobody thought that Tesla was going to go up. Like, everybody was like just focused on, it's just a car company. There's a high short interest on Tesla stock. And my gosh, they're not profitable. They're growing not so fast. And man, this company is going to go to zero. And that was basically that's pretty much what the masses were thinking at the time. So most people were thinking Tesla, it's like a fraud. It's going to go bankrupt. What proceeded afterwards is they started becoming profitable. Their growth rate started going up, right? It started going up instead of going down. And we saw a massive short squeeze, and the rest is history. And I think C3.ai, it's not like Tesla stock, but I do think we're seeing some particular patterns being repeated, which is, oh, they're not growing that fast. Oh, they don't have a great future. AI is the future, right? Their ticker is literally AI, and they're focusing on that. That's what they're making revenue from. And so people are undermining it just because on the short term it's not performing as well as they hoped, at least the stock price. But usually the fundamentals catch up. So fundamentals drive the stock price long term. And what's happening here is that on a societal basis, on like a global basis, AI, the efficiencies that are coming from AI are accelerating. People are it's in demand, right? So 10 years ago, nobody cared about AI, at least not as much as right now, and that's going to accelerate. And C3.ai is one of the main players in that arena in terms of the enterprise software business. And this is one of the main reasons why I think right now, as it's sitting at $57.8, that's a cheap price. If it falls to 40, that's great. People should be applauding for that because you're getting a cheap price for a great company that has a bright future. And yeah, and Palantir, same story for Palantir. Keep in mind, these two players can mutually be in the same market. They don't necessarily have to destroy each other because the market is going to be so massive for AI software and just software in general, and it is massive right now, and it's going to become even more prevalent. So to the people that say AI versus Palantir, no, it's AI and Palantir. Both of them are going to be in the market and thriving. That was my little rant. All right, let's see. Tesla's down 0.75% in the pre-market right now as we speak. Guys, we're almost at 100 likes. Hit the like. Let's go. Let's get it going. I'm going to be live right now. Come on. Let's get people coming in here. Too much unsold shares of Palantir laying around. I'm not too sure about that. I think insiders already sold a significant amount of Palantir stock. Gara, what was your thoughts on CPI yesterday? No, it was really good. not CPI, it was the FOMC, right? So the FOMC meeting was really, really good. Lol, imagine getting Tesla at $40 now. Yeah. Imagine that. Are you comparing C3.ai with Tesla? Just the price movement and just some similar kind of... there are some similar factors. Of course, it's not in the same industry, but... Gara, do you think you could add a graphics card that magnifies the ticker if you're talking about the stock? Hold up. Nasdaq is getting back into the green. AMC is down almost 5% right now. Ooh, it's looking ugly. GME, and that's after what happened yesterday. And keep in mind, if AMC doesn't go above 600, no gamma squeeze, that's a big problem. AMC moves on gamma squeezes. It moves on these massive squeezes. When it doesn't happen, it slowly rallies back down. PLTR slightly negative. I think today could overall be a green day. Although, I don't know what to think about this. Looks like the daily chart is indicating the S&P is going to pull back. That's quite evident right there. And the RSI pointing downwards. That's a big oof. Let me check currency calm. There we go. No, S&P is actually holding up there. It's holding up pretty darn strong. Damn. The Russell is down 0.4%. It's about to cross the MACD here as well. So we're looking at the indices that are looking pretty much like they're going to correct. And they have been correcting, right? Very interesting. I want to check what's happening with the Dow Jones. I think the Dow Jones is looking better at the moment. Because, yeah, it probably corrected the most from all the indices here. Pretty much. It even came down more than the Russell, which is a lot more volatile than the Dow Jones. Interesting. Of course, I don't think value stocks are going to suffer significantly if we see growth in tech stocks rallying. I think it's going to rally along with the growth in tech stocks, but there is going to be a difference. What we saw from the beginning of the year until now was that the value stocks were doing incredibly well, right? So due to the fact that the economy is going to be reopening and the fact that the 10-year shot up, that was in aid of the value stocks. But what we're going to see next is they're going to move a lot slower. So the value stocks, they'll keep on going up. It's just going to be not the same, right? It's going to be moving up slightly slower than the movement that we have seen. And on top of that, we'll see growth in tech stocks move very fast. Like what we saw last year in mid-2020 to the end of 2020. It's going to be quite similar to that. Your thoughts on Neo? My thoughts on Neo is that it looks like it's just gonna go sideways, just for a slight tad bit, because we've seen significant price movement here. We can take a look at that. 50.7% move to the upside there, and so it's gonna be stuck in this range for some time because we don't have a big catalyst, and we've already seen a big move upwards from the past couple of weeks. Yeah, that's all I can say about that, honestly. It's just going to go sideways within the $47 to $42 range. And right now it seems like, just according to the 4 hours, looking at the MACD, it looks like it's about to head downwards. Which does make sense after the FOMC meeting. The news that says the value of CC drops after an dollar moving. Yeah, it is. It is because of him. It's kind of funny, yeah. So Ronaldo is a very influential person, and when he doesn't like a brand or when he is pushing a brand away, guess what? lots of people will see that. Not only lots of people, lots of investors, lots of retail traders, they're going to see that and they're like, hey, you know what? I'm going to get out of Coca-Cola. So I do think it had a big impact on Coca-Cola's share price. I don't think it's going to matter in the long road unless it's going to start a movement where you see lots of popular figures start shunning Coca-Cola. But no, I don't think it's going to impact Coca-Cola that much. It's just a dip, you know. It's a slight dip that we're going to see in Coca-Cola, and it will probably retract back up fairly soon. All right. Oh yeah, guys, let me know in the live chat which stocks you would like me to cover. Let it be known in the live chat. I myself am very, very interested in what's going to be happening with Tesla stock and AMC stock. Tesla, because we have a big catalyst coming up. That's going to be the deliveries. And AMC, because obviously everybody is excited about AMC. And it's just been this unique phenomenon that we see. It's probably not going to happen again for another decade or two. So that's pretty interesting. But yeah, let me know. Which stocks are you excited about? Let it be known in the live chat. Also, hit the like button right now. We've got 10 minutes left until the market is going to open up. So 10 minutes until the market opens up. Make sure you tap and smash that like button so you can support this channel. It'd be very, very much appreciated. Like some people say it's not important, right? Likes are not important. It is important. It gets the video out there. It gets the live stream out there to the people that are subscribed. It gets into their feed, and then people can join the live stream again. So would be much, much, much appreciated if you could just smash that like. And I'll be drinking my coffee. All right, let's see. We got 10 minutes left. AMC. Lots of people care about AMC. CCIV Palantir. That's what I'm seeing very, very often as well on the Discord. If you haven't joined the Discord, the link for that is in the description. Gara, will the S&P go past 4,300? Yes, I think it will. I think it's going to go past 4,400 for that matter, even as well. But then it's going to get really, really sketchy. But we'll talk about that later. Airbnb, CCIV, Palantir. Okay, interesting. So these are stocks that we've already covered a couple days ago, and just the past days we've been covering them. So that's really nice. We'll be taking a look at that in a second. We still have a couple minutes left. CCIV, yeah, I think CCIV is going to keep on climbing regardless, right? So it's down 1.8% right now in the pre-market. I don't think it's going to matter that much. I think it's going to probably return to around 23.4. It's going to jump up again. So I'm looking at that actually returning back to the $25, $26 range. No problem. So, and then we have AMC, which is down 3.1%. So what did we see with AMC? It was down 5.2%, I believe, at some point, and now it's retracting back up, and we can see on the short term, the 30-minute chart, that it hit the trend line. So it got right to that trend line, and it jumped from that trend line to 53.3. If it can hold this range and return back to 60, so it has to return all the way back to 60 and stay there. Potentially even it has to go to 65 to trigger all that open interest on the call options. If you guys don't know, there's a lot of interest, a lot of open interest around the strike price of about 60 to 65. If it hits 60 to 65 and it stays there, we could see a potential gamma squeeze today. I'm not so sure about that happening. You know, I think right now it's going to be very tough for that to be happening. It has to go up a significant amount right here. But who knows, right? It could still happen. I don't think it's going to happen. It's pretty much unlikely at this point. But you never know. You never know. It could still happen. Let's see. Daily chart. Daily chart is not looking so good as well. So just be careful, right? Just be careful. Don't go all in. AMC, it's a great message that people are trying to send. But people should know this. You gotta remain rational. Don't let emotions take over. That counts for every single stock out there. How is AI doing? AI is kind of going sideways at the moment because of the lock-up period expiration. It's going to have an effect for another week or two, but I do think it's going to come out very, very strong. Subin says, "Hey Gara, it's been a while. Yeah, I haven't seen your name in the chat in some time, so it has been a while. So welcome back, and welcome back to everybody out there, and hope you guys are having a good morning. If you are having a good morning, then hit that like button. We've got 5 minutes until the market opens, and we're covering some growth and tech stocks out there. I think Palantir was another stock that people are excited about that right now, and I did say it was going to be going towards that $26-27 range either by the end of this week or the beginning of next week, and I think it's still going to be happening. Looking at the daily chart, it's quite interesting because, like, if it were to be bearish, it would have already gone down, in my opinion. It would have already go down to about 22, maybe 21. We didn't see that happen though. We're seeing sideways movement, consolidation, holding up between the that $24 to $25 range, which has been a resistance area, and in the past it was a substantial support area for Palantir. So that's an indication of strength, if anything. Although I think what's really in the way of a massive push upwards is because it already went up significantly. Look at this. That was a 50% move, and usually right after that you see consolidation or a downturn commence. Weekly is going to be crossing at the end of the month, so I do still expect significant upside on Palantir stock. It's going to be a matter of time. I think this time right now, what we're currently seeing with Palantir is quite similar to what we saw previously right here before the massive run-up. So yeah, we need a catalyst. I think the catalyst is probably going to be another contract coming in. And we need positive market sentiment. If those two things are met, then we could see it go back to... It's going to zoom back past to like $27. No worries about that. We've got some donations coming in here right prior to the market opening. Uz says, "Hey Gara, can you check WOOF? Boof." That's interesting. I'll check that in a second. Thank you for that $3 donation. We have 2 more donations here. One from Alex. Alex says, "Hey Gara, could you please check out the chart for SKYROCKETING, which on CNBC was the #1 for insider buys of $3.2 million of stock?" I'll check that in a moment. Thank you, Alex, for that €5.5 donation. And we have another donation. It's 10.3 euros from Justin Daniel Crandall, and it has no text. Maybe it's in the chat. That could also be the case. But CORT and WOOF, I'll check that right now, right prior to the market opening. WOOF just came down a lot, right? So that is kind of interesting. Petco Health. Seems like it was a pump and dump. I mean, look at this. That is crazy. How does that happen? Pretty much a pump and dump. MACD's crossing. It's like it would probably hit the support level at around... let's see. 22.3, and I would say it's going to come back to around 23 initially. So that's kind of what I'm thinking here for WOOF. And if anything, just go sideways between this $23 to $25. I don't think anything significant is going to happen past that massive spike that we saw, unless we see Wall Street bets really jump on that. CORT is a stock that lots of insiders are piling on right now, apparently, according to CNBC, which in of itself, I don't think CNBC is that trustworthy. So I would just take that with a grain of salt. It's been downtrending, right? It's been descending. This is a company with 2.6 billion in market cap. They've got profits, but they're decelerating growth. Annually, it's been great, but just on a quarterly basis, not so great, probably due to COVID. Yeah, I think this one could actually pick up the pace, honestly. Weekly is looking good. And it looks like there's a massive trend line here as well. It seems like maybe on the daily we can see this. I think there could be one more downturn, actually. I think there could be one more downturn. So another downturn back to $20. And that's when I could see another big push to the upside, to around 26. All right, so one more minute until the market opens up. Let's take a look at Tesla. I'm really curious what's going to happen here with Tesla stock. Let me delete all these lines. Couple seconds left, guys. Hit the like button. Let's go. If you're holding Tesla stock, hit that like button right now. Opening bell in 30 seconds. I think less than 30 seconds. We're very close to it opening up. All right. It's sitting, it's like kind of hovering around that 600, which is good, right? So if it's going to go below, significantly below that 600, that would be very worrisome. But this is really, really good news. Just a couple seconds left. All right, let's go. I'm getting nervous right now. All right, the market is officially open right as we speak, and Tesla is sitting at 602. Is it going to hold up? It's crossing the MACD on the 1 minute. That's what we're seeing. 601.8. And it's down half a percentage point. Yeah, classic, right? So that's been the pattern with Tesla. Just down, 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 down. And then we see swift rallies. $603.1. Oh, wow. Let's see. 603.7. It's starting to zoom upwards. Alrighty. That's what I'm talking about. Let's go. C3.ai is falling right now. I'm seeing that in my portfolio. Yeah, nothing really significant happening. Honestly, we're seeing a bunch of stocks out there just kind of sideways, isn't it? We're seeing AMC actually pick up the pace. So it was really bloody in the pre-market, but people are buying the dip, so to speak, right now. But it's down 2%. C3.ai down 0.7%. Tesla picking up the pace, 604 at the moment. That's good stuff. I mean, we're getting closer and closer to a massive catalyst, which is going to be Q2 deliveries in about 2 weeks. So it's a bit surprising that the stock is moving so sluggish. It has been really surprising, so to speak. Let me just move this slightly. There you go. Sitting at 604. Big tech mostly in the red. Nasdaq is starting to zoom upwards after the downturn that we predicted on the Nasdaq. So we can show you right here. See that big arrow? We're going to delete that because it already hit that support level on the Nasdaq. And it's starting to zoom back up. Even Tesla now moving along with the Nasdaq. This is looking really, really good for Tesla right now. 605.7. Let's go. They're pumping it up. This is really good. Alrighty, let's go. 606.2. This is nice. What's happening with Virgin Galactic? It's starting to go up 0.5%. Yeah, well, the usual pattern that we see with Tesla stock is that it goes up in the open hour. When the market opens, when the market opens, it goes up, and then it just dumps straight up right after. We've seen that so often. Will we finally see a significant rally for Q2 deliveries? Usually it happens 2 weeks prior to the delivery event. 2 weeks. 605. Neo is up 0.9%. We see XPeng going up 1.1%. Li Auto up 1.6%. So the EV stocks are taking off right now. And that was, the main reason that that's happening is because the 10-year, look at that, 10-year is down 1.6%. We're seeing NASDAQ heading up. The Russell is slowly climbing back up. So the market is becoming more and more positive, lifting up all these high multiple EV stocks, tech stocks, etc. AMC about to go positive here. Look at that. It is not over yet. About to hit $55, which has become a resistance level. The hedge funds are going to do everything they can to just push it downwards. Back to Tesla. And Tesla is still stuck at 604. Unbelievable. Palantir's heading up. Yeah, Palantir should be heading up right now. If it's not heading up, that would be a shame. Palantir sitting at 24.8, right around that 25 resistance. C3 is in the positive, but it did pull back 0.8%. We're seeing big tech starting to move more into positive territory, and AMD's up a percentage. Nvidia's doing good. Virgin Galactic sitting at 35.8. Overall, a green market, right? Some people were expecting massive downside today, and that's not what we're seeing here. Of course, Jerome Powell iterating the same thing he's been saying. We're not going to raise rates. We're not going to taper down. We're going to support the market. The market is not going to go down. It's as easy as that. I'll be back in a second. My nose is running right now, so I'm going to grab a tissue. Alrighty, let's see. Tesla sitting at 606.8. That is quite nice. 606.8. AMC is starting to fall again, and we're seeing Bitcoin climbing slowly back up. I think Bitcoin is going to go back to 44,000. I think there's a really, really high probability that we're going to see a retracement to the upside on Bitcoin as it sort of bottomed out temporarily. But I do think that that the bearishness is going to continue, which means that we won't see the all-time high. We'll see a series of dead cat bounces for cryptocurrencies. 607 for Tesla right now. It's in the positive, and the main reason that is happening is because the Nasdaq is really moving. So it's not just Tesla individually going up; it's the Nasdaq that's pulling at Tesla, moving it higher. Which is pretty great too, I would say. I'm not complaining. I think this is great. Check Enphase. Oh boy, is Enphase moving up significantly? It could be. It's up 0.5%. Yeah, we said eventually it would be reaching 170. Although I was a little too excited about this because I was thinking about this gap fill. So yeah, for Enphase, I think it's going to gradually go for that gap fill, right? So something like that. It will go back to 170. Pretty darn sure about that because the environment that we're in is very helpful for the high multiple stocks. It is right around the support. It's just like it's like a danger zone, right, for AMC. Look at this. MACD is kind of indicating we could see a move to the upside on the 1 hour. 4 hours, I wouldn't be surprised that if AMC would pull back up here, retest around 58, 59, and then pull back again. We would see a double top. It wasn't able to close above 60 previously. I don't think it's going to happen at all, given that the hedge funds are going to do everything they can to prevent that. C3.ai is going up 1%. Look at that, 58.5, starting to move. Palantir about to hit $25. The Nasdaq is really moving right now. Look at that, above 14,000 and is moving really darn fast. The S&P is up. We got the Dow Jones up. Russell's in the green. What do you think of Helion? I'm very bullish on Helion. One moment. There we go. I'm editing this. Okay, that's better. Let's see. What do we have here? Helion. Let me check Helion for you guys. Is it this? We said Helion was going to come down initially, which it did, and now it's zooming back up. I think Helion is going to move very, very fast. They've got some interesting technologies. The stock price has become incredibly cheap. If we would look at the Fibonacci retracements, yeah, it's sitting at a resistance point right now as we speak. I think it would be nice to retrace it down from maybe, there we go. Yeah, roughly around 13. Yeah, I think Healy's going to retest the 13 and probably break through. It looks like we're going to see a breakthrough moment here. Back to the 14.7. We're talking like the next 2 weeks, right? So 2 weeks back to around $14 to $15. C3.ai is pulling back up. We got a €4 donation from Matteo Ziller. Matteo says, "Hey Gara, I'm a big follower. Have you ever heard of Tellurian LNG company?" I think we covered that one. It spiked up significantly. Thank you for that donation, Matteo. We said it was gonna jump up and then go down, and yeah, I don't know much about this company. They've got lots of cash burn, like a ton of cash burn. But it's about natural gas, and you know, energy stocks have been doing really, really good as of late. It's tough to say what's gonna happen next. It's holding the 20-day moving average, like you can see that right here. Very evident. We've already seen the massive spike. I think from a technical perspective, it would make sense for it to pull back a bit more than what we're currently seeing. And if I'm gonna be like really honest, I think what's gonna happen is it's eventually gonna move back to this trend line and fill this gap. And it could look something like this. So we're seeing some bullish pressure building up. Momentum is about to cross. MACD is about to cross. RSI is flattening out, about to spike upwards. So what we could see is a dead cat bounce on Tellurian, and if we would use the Fibonacci retracement, this is a resistance zone, right? So is it gonna pull back right away? It looks like it might actually. Let me grab this. Yeah, it seems like this is the resistance. Okay, what's a possibility here is we could see a push up to about $5. Let's say it hits $5, and then we move down all the way towards that trend line, and we fill the gap. There's going to be a gap fill happening very soon. So I do think it might jump again to $5, but it'll pull back eventually to that $3.3, where it's going to fill the gap and simultaneously touch the trend line. So I'll be very careful with this stock. Unless there's a massive move happening fundamentally for this company. This is what I'm thinking right now. Just purely on technicals. Purely what's happening here on the MACD, the RSI, moving averages, etc. Virgin Galactic up 0.9%. Not really significant. It looks like Virgin Galactic is losing steam, honestly. Remember, the past couple of weeks, it's just been like 10% move up, 20% move up, etc. And now it's just 1%. Boo-hoo. So yeah, it needs a catalyst. So we're kind of waiting for Virgin Galactic to get a substantial catalyst. And once they do get one, I think it's going to go back above $40. Let's see. Masraz came in with a $5 donation. Thank you, Masraz. Can you do a detailed analysis on CCIV, please? Yeah, sure. I'll check it out. Thank you, Masraz. Okay, so CCIV is pulling back slightly. No problem. MACD is crossing. That's a problem. 23.6 at the moment. 4 hours indicating a MACD cross. This is going to go up. This is not going to stay down like this. It's just going to be a matter of time. So I think it's going to go back to 25, 26. Either it's going to happen tomorrow or it's going to happen next week. We're getting closer. Like by the day, we're getting closer and closer to the merger. We've got about a month left. And there's no reason why CCIV should be pulling back right now. So I'll say that. A good reason for it to pull back would potentially be if the market as a whole would pull back. Which could maybe happen, but then again, after the pullback, after a market pullback, you would still see it skyrocket for the merger. So honestly, I just don't see CCIV doing horrible here. It's kind of in a similar boat that we saw Nikola in at the beginning, and SoFi, and many other mergers that we have seen, where it goes up slowly in the beginning, and then it just goes up parabolic at the rear end of that catalyst. Any ideas on ticker TME? I'm holding long, looking like a good company. Just want some thoughts on it. Remember, there's a flight coming. Yeah, that's basically what I'm afraid of here with Virgin Galactic. I think it will consolidate and run up towards July 4th launch. It's still far away. Markets are dropping slightly, just slightly. I mean, the Nasdaq is up 0.5 percentage point. The S&P is down. The Dow Jones is down. The Russell's down, but the Nasdaq is doing a-okay. And we're seeing big tech up, but not up. We're not seeing big tech up significantly, right? So that's an interesting thing that we're seeing here. So the Nasdaq is holding despite big tech not being up that much, which is good news. The value stocks are pulling back, right? So we're seeing some weakness in the value stocks because the 10-year is going down, and we're seeing more and more confirmation that that the rotation that we have seen isn't going to have a long-term impact. Like, we're not going to see a continuous rotation to value stocks. It happened once, and that was it. Unless we see high inflation, like really high inflation, that was it, right? We're seeing commodities go down. You know, commodities like the corn futures, lumber, etc., all going down. Well, guess what? That's a positive sign, right? That's like, hey, apparently inflation is coming down. That is absolutely fantastic for the high-risk stocks out there because of reasons, right? The 10-year is going to go the 10-year is going to go down. It's going to allow companies to borrow more money, etc., etc., etc. Look at that. Tesla's going up to 608. About to cross the MACD, hopefully, on the 4-hour time frame. If that happens, we're going to be looking at Tesla at 630 again. So, very interesting move here. 608. Keep in mind, there's lots of cash flowing in the market right now. We're seeing value stocks sell off. We're seeing tech go up. So that cash is flowing from one market to another market. This could potentially make Tesla pop here. It's at 609 right now. We have a fundamental catalyst coming up, the Q2 deliveries, which is going to be about 2 weeks from now. And we haven't seen Tesla gone up in a while. It has gone down significantly. It's bottoming out. We're at a fundamental support around $600. So could we finally see Tesla go up significantly? That's the question. I hope so. One moment. $608.8. It's only up 0.6%. 609. Come on, let's get it going. Big green candle. Big green candle. 4-hour MACD cross. Let's go. 6010 or 610. $609.65. Come on, let's finally see a pop here. Let's squeeze the hell out of Michael Burry. Look how XPeng is going up and Neo is going up right now. That is crazy. XPeng is up 3.6%, 3.7%. Neo is up 2.3%. Tesla's about to hit 610 right here. Come on. Let's get it going. There's a lot of open interest at around 610, 615. So if that manages to succeed, it could run all the way to 630. We're already seeing a higher high, so that's good. 0.7, starting to feel it. Looks weaker and weaker right now. 4 hour is still about to cross, but it's starting to fall down. Alrighty. Classic, right? We've been seeing this kind of movement just for the past weeks. Despite that, I mean, we're still holding the trend line back to 608. AMC down 2.8%. Of course, when you see growth in tech stocks all over the board going up, people might think, hey, I'm holding a stock that's sitting at a significantly higher valuation than it was sitting at just a couple weeks ago, and it's a meme stock. Might as well buy Virgin Galactic or C3.ai or Palantir or Neo or XPeng or Tesla or any other stock. So that's also having an impact on AMC, I believe. It's very difficult to hodl if you see other stocks going up. It has a psychological effect. Yeah, Meet Kevin had promised to continue even when he gets to be the governor, and all of a sudden he stopped the market open close. I mean, it's unrealistic. Tesla hitting 610.6. Like, if he wants to be governor, there's got to be some secrecy in that. You can't just be fully transparent about everything. I don't think that's possible. 611. Woo. Up 1%. Remember, back in the day, we used to be excited about 5% moves to the upside. Now we're excited about just 1%. Which is not bad either. I mean, 1%, I'll take it. AMC now down 3 percentage points. C3.ai up 0.6%. PLTR still failing to go above 25. The horrendous resistance at 25. My gosh. Apple's going above 130 again, 130.5. Big Tech is going up really fast. We're seeing the NASDAQ go up really fast as well. Look at that massive candle. It's going to retest the resistance here at around 14,200 at this pace. The dollar is going up, so we're seeing the opposite thing happen, where the dollar is starting to move, the 10-year is going down, and what's really interesting is that the dollar is going up, yet Bitcoin is also going up. That's really strange. Listen up. The dollar is going up, it's deflationary. Bitcoin is up, but gold is down. You see that? Gold is going down significantly. We said it might hold up right here and then jump, but it didn't. It actually is falling even further. Press F in the chat for the people that are holding gold, because gold is getting obliterated. Of course, on the news that we saw yesterday that, hey, inflation is going to come down, commodities are coming down. The use of gold is going to be, I mean, why would you want to have gold if inflation is coming down? We're getting out of the COVID crisis. It makes no sense. Especially at these prices. I would say if it gets back to around 1,700, it might be, maybe a small entry would be nice there. But regardless, I think gold is not going to do so well in the short term. Feels pretty darn bad. I mean, oh gosh. But yeah, if you are not holding gold right now, guys, hit the like button. Let's get it going. There will be a time where gold is going to be really nice, and I'll let you know when gold is going to be a nice buying opportunity, but not right now. I'd say when we're going to see a little bit more deflation coming in. But yeah, hit the like button. It would really support the channel. It really does matter. Let's get to 250 likes. Let's go. Tesla at around 610.4. I think silver was doing really good. Maybe we're seeing silver. People are talking about that. 610.4 in Tesla. Man, look at that. XPeng. I said XPeng was going to go sideways, but jeez, look at this. 4.5% to the upside here. 30 billion market cap. Even, like, well, Neo's at a 70 billion market cap. That is so nutty. What the hell? Li Auto is at a 25 billion market cap. If XPeng, Li, and Neo would combine, that would set them at around a 125 billion market cap. That's really crazy when you think about that. Gara, remember, gold and silver are used to make big tech. Yeah, but to a certain degree. I think the price of gold right now is unwarranted. Given that we know CPI is coming down. The Dow's dropping. Can you look up Tencent Music? What's happening with CCIV? It's only down slightly. I think it's going to be no problem. The fact that other EV companies are doing good, it's a good thing for CCIV. I think it's going to be picking up the pace again. It's just going to be a matter of time. I don't know. People are just like still buying the dip on AMC. Meanwhile, other stocks have been going up way more than AMC, like way more. Good examples are Xpeng, Neo, just the past couple weeks. But I guess it's just, you know, people want it to go to 100,000. It's also opportunity cost, right? So while you're staying in one stock, you can't buy the other stock. Virgin Galactic is taking off 2.6 percentage points. CD Project at 181. Down 2.7%, but it's holding up there. Nasdaq is still flying high and is still going up. That is crazy. Tesla's about to hit 611. Let me just take a look at that. There's so much volatility at the moment. CD Projekt is Polish. It's not German. There we go. Yeah, my watch actually doesn't have any charge. I was wondering, like, why am I not getting any notifications? But it's I gotta charge that thing. Gara, if you have $2,500, what would you buy right now? C3.ai. No doubt about that. I would straight up buy C3.ai, sitting at $58. It was up 36%, and I would just not look back. But that's just me, right? I'm not a financial advisor, so don't listen to me. I'm just trying to educate and inform people out there. You know, entertain a little bit. But yeah, that's what I would do. I would pile on C3.ai at this current price. If it goes lower, I would just dollar cost average. I don't really care at the moment. They had a new partnership, I believe, which is one of the reasons why it's up today. It shouldn't be up because, you know, we had a lockup period expiration. Usually that means, hey, we're going to see negativity for about 2 to 3 weeks. Remember Palantir's lockup period expiration? It was horrible, right? So I'll show you Palantir's lockup period expiration. I think it was right here. Was it right here? I think it was right here. Like in this zone, right? So it just kept on going down after, you know, insiders just kept on selling their shares. So this is wonderful, you know, seeing a positive day close to a lockup period expiration. We should be thankful. AMC is about to hit $55. It's getting very close again. Let's see. Give me 1 sec here. $610.5. It's struggling to get past the 611. I wonder why. Maybe we can actually figure this out through some beautiful... Oh, there you go. Okay, so there we're getting close to a resistance around 614, apparently. So, but it should be able to zoom past this level. I just don't understand. I guess the 610 itself is actually pretty darn. Yeah, it's also kind of a resistance here. It's a psychological resistance, you know, 610, 620, 630. Those are resistances. They tend to be quite annoying to pass through. While Tesla's going sideways, we're seeing XPeng just moving up. NIO is moving up. Li Auto is moving up. Interesting. AMC is moving up. Look at that. It's entering positive territory right now. C3.ai is moving up right now as well. We got Palantir above 25. And this is due to the fact that the Nasdaq is moving higher and higher and higher. Virgin Galactic up 3.7% at the moment. Gara, what is the lock-up period expiration? It's basically after an IPO. There's a period of time of about 6 months where insiders can't sell their shares. But after that period, they can sell their shares. So you see, for just a couple of weeks' time, usually you see a lot of selling because, you know, lots of people have been holding their stock for like years. They want to capitalize on that. So they sell their stock at the market price and it comes down. We see negative sentiment around the stock for a couple of weeks. Then afterwards, it resumes back to normal. Usually. BNGO is moving up. Oh, that is fantastic. Yeah, I think there's a lot of room for BNGO to go up to the $10, in fact. So that actually might happen here. Yeah, gold is dropping because the dollar is rising right now. It's kind of hilarious. Please explain to me why AI insiders are selling like crazy. I mean, what's really crazy is that it's not just AI. It's other companies as well. When a company has a lock-up period expiration, we saw it with Bumble, we saw it with Palantir, we're seeing it with AI. They sell their shares, and it's a normal thing. Nothing crazy about it. AMC is up 1.2% right now. Will it hit $60, right? So is it going to hit $60, and do we see the gamma squeeze? Or is it going to fail and is going to pull back closer to the 40s? That's it, right? Qual witching is this Friday. That's tomorrow. And if it's not above 60, lots of these call options are going to expire worthless. Let me check the AMC option chain. See if I can get that going. There you go. Yeah, they're still doing pretty darn bad. What the hell? Wait, that's not... What? Where's the $60 strike price? What? That's crazy. Wait, I'm confused. Give me 1 sec here. It's sitting at 56, up 1.5%. C3.ai up 1%. Palantir is up 1%. Still an overall green market after the FOMC. The complete opposite of what people were expecting. Like, oh my god, the FOMC. Yeah. If anything, it was instilling confidence, right? So we got more confidence from the Fed. Like, hey, we're going to keep on accommodating. We're going to keep on supporting the stock market. Gara, thoughts on Airbnb? Call for 160 expiring end of July. Let me check. Yeah, I'm bullish on Airbnb. We've said in the past several times it was going to move up, and it is moving up. So this is the bullish channel that we drew. End of July. I think it's going to reach that level fairly soon. Although it's going to be a bumpy ride, of course. It is going to be a bumpy ride. It's moving so slow. It's only up 20%. Lots of stocks are already up like 40%, 50%. Meanwhile, Airbnb is sitting down on this just really lower levels. Yeah, it's difficult to say. It's up 1.8% today. I think it's going to keep on rallying like this. Pretty much. Kind of go up in this zigzag pattern. The way it's been going. Can't derive a whole lot from the technicals at the moment. RSI, which is really strange. RSI right now was sitting at 54. Back when it was sitting at 51 previously, it was sitting right here. That's a very bearish phenomenon. I mean, we see that with stocks out there like, you know, Palantir, C3.ai. It took some time for them to recover. This might be just a new baseline after the lockup period expiration. I'm going to say we'll probably see it go back up to 160 by the end of the month. That's going to be substantial resistance, and it will pull back again to about 150 after that. NASDAQ is still zooming up. Look at that. It's about to hit 14,060. 14,060, yeah. Abu Bakr Al-Jasmi coming in with a 7.3 AED donation. Your thoughts on dollar ticket net sitting at all-time highs? Let me briefly check that. Yeah, we did expect a big move there. See that? That's the arrow that we had. Did we draw that on the 1 hour? Yeah, we did. We thought it was going to correct, then shoot up significantly. And it did shoot up. It didn't correct that much. Taking a look at the 4 hours. Taking a look at the daily chart. Well, we're going to see a massive pullback. $30.3 billion with an annual income of 430 million. Okay. This is cloud. I'm confused by this. Why is it... What happened here? They've literally got, like, no revenue. They're burning tons of money. And it's sitting at a 30 billion... I mean, it's a great company. Don't get me wrong. But we're getting at the upper levels of where it should be valued at, in my opinion. Unless they've got some really new technology going for them. I mean, if anything, given the fact that people are going to be working at their office spaces more and more. Let me grab some Fibonacci retracements, right? Let me delete this. Let me do it again here. I think what we might see happening here is this potentially continuing to maybe $100, right? So this could maybe continue to $100, and then we see a massive drop, Just a humongous drop to the downside. I don't see this just going up and up and up unless they have some really great fundamentals. Hey, Gara, what are your predictions for Tesla after deliveries? I think we're going to see a substantial pullback after deliveries. That almost always tends to be the case. So, that's what I would say about that. But as a whole, I think it's going to knock... I don't think it's going to pull back significantly. I think it's going to pull back slightly, and it's going to keep on moving until it reaches earnings. Look at that. We're seeing AMC bounce again. Up 3.3% right now, but still about to cross the MACD on the daily chart. And on the 4 hours, I don't think that's the most bullish pattern that I've seen. So I'll just say that. It looks a lot like what we saw previously here, where we had the initial downturn, then a dead cat bounce, and then a massive downturn. And so we have the initial upwards move, then the initial downturn, dead cat bounce. Something like that. That's kind of what I'm envisioning right now. Unless they manage to pump it up beyond 60 and just let it stay there, I don't see anything significant happening with AMC. Given the humongous valuation that it's currently sitting at. Tesla just not willing to cross the MACD here. That's annoying. Nasdaq is pulling back, S&P negative, Dow Jones. Look at that, Dow Jones, right? Dow Jones down 0.5%. Even the Russell now down 0.7%. Meanwhile, meme stocks, Virgin Galactic up 4%. We see AMC up 3.4%. What's happening with GME? GME is up 3%. What's happening with Clover? Clover is up 3.2% after the massive downturn that we saw. What's happening with BlackBerry? BlackBerry is up 2.5%. What's happening with Nokia? Nokia is up slightly. So yeah, the meme stocks are in the green. Everything else is kind of selling off. Big banks down huge. Look at that. JP Morgan coming down here. Goldman Sachs. Morgan Stanley. All of them. It's predictable, you know, if yields coming down, you know, inflation is becoming less of an issue. And after such a humongous, insane rally for the financials, look at this. How much was that? 70%. Some of these financials went up more than the tech and growth stocks. You don't see that happen very often. It's kind of uncommon. Happens every couple years or so. Apple. Wow. Woo. Look at that. Apple 0.5% up. I think Apple should really be able to benefit from the sell-off in the value stocks, as people want to get a little bit more risk, but they still want to hold a stock that's kind of a safe haven. And Apple is great, right? So big tech should be benefiting from this sell-off that we're seeing from the value stocks out there. That is a thing. All right. Hey, Gara, you should follow the flow. If you wanted more viewers, don't negative on meme stocks. Sorry, I'm not like that. I will speak my mind. I'll be transparent. I'm not just going to say whatever people want to hear, because that's not what Lucid Trading is about. We're not trying to confirm biases. We're just trying to get things in an objective manner and present it in an objective manner as much as possible, right? And I do understand what you mean. Go with the flow, right? Just tell everybody what they want to hear. I don't think that's a great long-term strategy. What's happening with XPeng? Somebody's screaming XPeng in the live chat. 43.2, up 5.3 percentage points. Damn. Yeah, that's huge. Meanwhile, Tesla's just flat. Look at that. Look at these stocks just skyrocketing, and Tesla's just not really having it. I try to be as objective as possible, right? Of course, I can be wrong from time to time. I'm human. It makes sense. One moment. Yo, how are those Amazon $3,200 short looking? Not so good, eh? Yeah, I did say it. You know, it could jump initially before the big downturn, and I think the big downturn is still coming. It's just a matter of time. Like, what's really funny is, like, a lot of these big YouTubers that were criticizing meme stocks initially are now all, you know, applauding the meme stocks. It's like, gosh, jolly. We're applauding gambling behavior. I think that's just really irresponsible. Even the whole thesis of, like, we're going against the hedge funds doesn't make sense. Because there are hedge funds that are long, and there are hedge funds that are short. So they're on both sides of the aisle. Look at that. AMC is zooming back up. Sitting at 57.5 right now. It's going really fast. Look at this. 4.5%. C3.ai is also going up really fast. Up 1.6% right here. PLTR up 0.8%. Snowflake 1.1%. So it's just been we're seeing tech stocks up a tiny bit, right? It's not something really significant that we're seeing here. It's mostly big tech that's now carrying the market right now. We're seeing like a brief rotation from value, from blue chip stocks that are very low risk, to the more high risk tech stocks. Among them are just big tech, right? Virgin Galactic still up 4.6% here, and yeah, the meme stocks are right now doing incredibly well too. EP23 coming in with a $2 donation and says, "What do you make of TGT for the next 2 months?" Let me check TGT. Ooh, what the hell is this? Like this. This is what the hell? Why did it go? Okay, it went up like humongously. Does this look healthy? I don't think so. This is looking so messed up. 114 billion market cap, 1.5 dividends, quarterly, annual. Does this make any sense? Let's check the monthly chart. Even the monthly is not making sense. Look at that. Wow, look at that. Damn. You see that RSI in the monthly? The last time that we had this RSI, how much of a downturn did we see? We saw a significant downturn. We had a downturn of about 40%. Jeez. No, I would say target. I would say might be a potential shorting opportunity. I'm serious about this. Like, this could be a potential shorting opportunity on several time frames. Very, very overbought. Starting to cross the MACD on a daily chart. I think we're going to see a great pullback here for target. Yeah, it's all the way back to 206. That's what I'm seeing here. It's going to pull back all the way into earnings. Wow, AMC at 58.5. Amazing. Look at that. 5.9% right now on AMC. Will this be the move to $60 and above, or is it going to fail? Well, that's the question. It's up 6.2%. It's moving really darn fast. It's now or never, right? So it has to happen now, or it's not going to happen. Meanwhile, we're also seeing Tesla stock going past 611, which is just amazing. I'm going to check my Tesla stock right now. Let me see if I can make some edits here. Yeah, that's looking really good. Good stuff. Tesla finally moving. Only up 1% though. But I think once it really starts going, it's gonna go really fast. So it's just gonna be a matter of time. You gotta remain patient. C3 is about to head back to the $60. That's what we're seeing right now. It held the support around 57, briefly went below, and it came right back to that level. And Apple doing exceptionally well, about to get to the 132. Also about to cross the MACD here, so Apple's looking really good, which we did say was going to happen, right? So it's according to plan right now. Google just keeps on hitting all-time highs. Amazon is briefly heading up here. Big tech, man. Big tech is really benefiting from the drop in value stocks out there. The non-tech stocks, right? So the old school blue chip stocks that are going down. All that money is pouring into big tech. Yeah, why would you be long on Target? Like, what the hell? Why would you be long on Target right now? Think about it. Like, think about this. It's sitting at an all-time high. It's right at that all-time high. Weekly technicals are saying, hey, very overbought. Incredibly overbought, right? Economy is already opened up, so with the catalyst is already past us. Commodities are coming down, so we're seeing prices slowly coming back down, and on the monthly time frame, it is screaming. It is literally screaming to us. It is overbought. The last time that we had an RSI like this was in 2098, when we saw Target go down 40%. Keep that in mind. The last time on the monthly time frame, the RSI was high as this, and the MACD was really going parabolic, was in 2098, 2 years prior to the stock market crash, the dot-com crash, and we saw Target go down 40%. This is the time to be short on Target. That's just my opinion, right? Just purely technicals. Hey, I don't know what they're doing fundamentally speaking. Maybe they're coming out with some really big news, big technologies. I'm not sure about that, but what I'm seeing here on the technicals, it is screaming. Target is going to come down in a matter of weeks. Maybe even in a matter of days. Although, who knows, might top out at 240, 250, but in that range. Yeah. Oh, hold up. Did I say 2098? I said 1998. Am I... hold on, let me check the monthly. Yeah, it was around 1998. It's just an example, right? But yeah, I'll be very careful. If you're holding Target, I'll be very careful. This is quite interesting what we're seeing here. Look at that, Tesla sitting at 612.4. Let's get it going. Come on, 612.4. It is finally rallying up. It's up 1.2%. We're seeing AI up 2.1%. We're seeing some good stuff going on here. This is really nice. Yeah, Tesla's looking good. Oh, I meant 1998. Sorry. If I said 2098. Yeah, let's go. Tesla 613. Let's get it going. It's finally moving. It's been a pain in the ass for some time. Let's see. Hopefully we're going to get one of these rallies where it just doesn't stop and just keeps on flying. Apple's going bananas. Yeah, I agree. It is going bananas. My gosh. People are just not giving up, eh? It's like, just leave it behind. There are other stocks that are going to go up way more and way faster at this point. It was a great buy at 10 and 12 and 15 and 20. But at 58, I mean, you're really pushing it. Like, Tesla's still sitting at 613. You know, for that matter, XPeng is still sitting at 40. Palantir at 25. There are so many, like, this, many better stocks out there than AMC or GME at current price points. Wow. Virgin Galactic is really looking positive here. Coca-Cola starting to move up after the Cristiano Ronaldo meme. AMD is up 3.7%. Nvidia, look at Nvidia. Oh my gosh, Nvidia is spiking. And I want to say we predicted it, because look at that. This is what we said. We said there was going to be a downturn back to the trend line. It got close to the trend line, then a jump to the 750s, 740s, and that's what we're seeing right now. Do be very careful here with Nvidia, because I do think we're going to see a significant pullback after the stock split, which is going to be in July, but I think you're going to be only eligible for the stock split around the 21st of June. So people are buying in for the 21st. Sitting at 740. Fantastic play here for Nvidia stock. And we're seeing Apple going up really fast, up it's sitting at 131.5. I think if it keeps on going at this pace, we'll see the 140s really darn soon. C3.ai up 2.4%, up more than Palantir today. And Tesla is zooming past the 613. Might we hit 615 soon? Interesting day, right? Nasdaq is up 1.1%. It's a great day. It's a great day indeed. Let's see. I want to short Nvidia. I think it's a bad idea to short Nvidia. You don't know where it's going to top out, but it's in my opinion, it's going to top out very soon. Let's see. Check AMD. This one. Anyway, AMD is probably running alongside of Nvidia. They're up the same amount as well. It's kind of funny. Is Nvidia still moving? Oh my gosh, it is still moving. Look at this. Woo! It is not stopping. Wow. Yeah, but the daily chart does look like it could kind of come down at any moment. 741.7 on the video at the moment. 742. It's just going up $1 every second. About to hit my target. I don't know what to say. And there's still some room left. Like, it could still be running tomorrow. What's the market cap? 460 billion market cap here. Let me check the monthly chart. What's happening on the monthly? There's still a little bit of, there's still some room left, honestly. Like, it could go up a little bit more. It is going parabolic. It is up 400% in 3 years. Not bad. Yeah, I'm gonna delete the lines. At this moment, it's just going parabolic. Like, we don't know what could happen here. It could just shoot up above 800 very briefly and then come down. looking pretty good. Tesla is still sitting at 613, and I'm not seeing any changes there. When the stock splits, I think this it's a 1-to-4 split, so divided by 4. But usually what you see when the stock price is going up this much, it corrects after the stock split. So this is what we saw with Tesla as well, by the way. So it goes up like that, and then it comes back down like that. So maybe after the stock split, it's going to be sitting at roughly 150, 160, something in that range. I don't think it's going to uphold this price. No freaking way. I don't think it's going to uphold it. At some point, it's going to give. It's going to pull back. All we need to hear from you, Gara, is the next level Tesla's going to. Okay. I think the next level Tesla's going to is... Well, we have to look at this from here. It's that 615. That's resistance. If it passes through, it's going to go all the way to 630. So 615 needs to pass that. Once it's past that level, then we'll see Tesla hit about 630. We're getting pretty close, right? So we need... If the Nasdaq keeps going, because it is looking incredibly positive right now, we will see Tesla past 615 and run amok. You know, it's going to run to like 630. All right, guys. We've been live about very close to 2 hours now. I think I'm going to be ending this live stream. I will be back in about 3 to 4 hours. Make sure you are subscribed to the channel and you hit the notification bell so you can be notified for the next live stream. That would be very much appreciated. But it's a very positive day. Like we said, it's going to get more and more positive. Stocks are going to keep on running. And... It's obviously due to the fact that the Federal Reserve is not stopping the accommodation for the markets. So hope you guys are enjoying the markets. I certainly am, and I think we're going to keep on enjoying the delicious gains in the high multiple stocks. All right, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, check out the Discord community. I'm going to drop the Discord community link in the description and in the live chat. It is completely free, so make sure you join. I'll be in the Discord community myself where we talk about trading, investing, stocks in general. So hit that link up. We'll be seeing you guys in that Discord community if you haven't joined yet. But yeah, guys, this was Lucid Trading. I'll be back in a couple hours. Good luck with trading, and